Right, so today we're going to take a look at engraving stones with a laser. Somebody recently approached me and asked me if it was possible to use one of my lasers to do a deep engraving on some stone. So I thought my fiber laser would be the perfect job for this. So after doing a little bit of research and checking out some settings, I found out it was actually possible to do. So just down the road from me, not far from where I live, there is a river with lots and lots of stones and pebbles and everything just lying around. So I went down there, I grabbed a couple just to see if it was possible for me to do with this laser. Now, after a little bit of trial and error, I found out it wasn't the settings I was having the biggest problem with, it was the actual type of stones. And I'll show you what I mean in a moment, but it's the same if you buy some cheap slate. You get, I believe it's like bits of silica within it, and there's those little bits within the material that actually can't be broken down with a laser. So some of the stones I actually picked up seem to have quite a bit of that in it, so I couldn't get the full relief and engraving of what I was looking for, but I did still get some pretty decent results. So just before we take a look at some of the stones I engraved using a laser, I'd like to give a big shout out to today's sponsor, which is Monport. Now, if it wasn't for Monport, this video would not be possible. They offer a very wide range of different lasers, from low to high powered CO2s, fiber lasers, Monport fiber lasers, and many, many more. So for that, I'll put a link down in the description if you want to check them out. At the time this video is being recorded, they are running an absolutely monster sale on at the moment. So don't miss out and check it out if you're on the market for a new laser and you'd like to save yourself a bit of money. And I do have my own promotion code, which again, I'll put down below, which will give you even more money off on top. And it should work against the sale prices. So a big shout out to Monport for supplying this 60-watt fiber laser for me to review. Even though I've had it quite a few good months, I am still getting used to a lot of the settings. These are not just little toys or hobby machines. These are more of a production side of things when it comes to laser engraving. And there's so many different settings and variations you do need to look at when engraving different objects. It can get quite overwhelming, but there is so much help and information online that will help guide you to where you need to go if you're looking for a certain thing to engrave. So again, thank you very much, Monport. If you are in the market for a fiber laser, check them out below, guys. You can get them dirt cheap at the moment. So let's have a quick look at some time lapses, and then we'll have a look at the results of the items we've engraved. If you do want to watch the full time lapses, I'll put them at the end of the video if you just want to check them out and how they go. But on the screen, I'll just check little snippets of the type of things I've done so far. So the very first thing I tried testing out was probably the hardest thing I could have done. I tried engraving a depth map directly onto a stone without testing any settings or testing the material. I literally jumped straight into the deep end and sank. So as you can see on the screen now with it engraving, it doesn't really look clear of what is being engraved. Again, that is because of like the type of material, and I believe it's the silica within the stone, which the laser couldn't break down. So let's have a close-up of what we've done. So that is what I've engraved. I'll put up image by here of what it's supposed to be. But if you can make it out, it is a dinosaur skeleton fossil type thing I was going for. But if I lift it up here, you can see all these bits. This is where like the silica and stuff is, where it just couldn't be broken down. And again, within the actual engraving itself. So this part up here was really nice, but this part within here, yeah, it just didn't work. It's not because it's like a low powered or bad laser. The lasers just can't break it down. It doesn't matter what power you're using. So that was my very first test. Like I said, I jumped straight into the deep end. I should have tried something a little easier. So after doing this, I did try something a little bit easier, and that was just literally some vectorized text. And if I show you that, it's engraved, that's probably about 0.5 millimeter deep. I will put the settings down below of what I used to do this. Now, this was done at a fairly high power and quite a high speed. And for it, it took probably about 10 minutes, if that. For that to go about 0.5 mil, maybe just over 0.5 mil deep within 10 minutes is unreal. Like I said, if you just look at how clear that is, I was literally just the first thing that came into mind when I engraved it. I just chucked it on and pressed engrave. And things like this actually sell online for about $20. Considering the material itself didn't cost a penny and the engraving takes about 10 minutes, if you take into consideration your electricity costs. Let's say you do 5 in an hour for $20, that's $100 minus your electricity and stuff like that. So you're probably looking about $80, $90 complete profit here. I did look online, there are companies selling so many of these rocks just engraved, and they do really sell. I'll show you a couple more in a moment, and one of them is probably one of the biggest sellers I did see. And again, that only took about 10 minutes. But first of all, before we look at that, I did try another depth map. So I created an image of an eye looking through like a crack in a rock. Again, I'll put that up on the screen at the moment. But as you can see, as it's engraving, it's a little bit more noticeable. This is on a different stone. There's not as much of what I believe is the silica. Anyway, I'm not actually 100% sure what it is, but it's not as much within this stone that I grabbed. But as you can see on the screen, as it's engraving, it does look a lot more clear of what it actually is. I'm pretty sure you can make out what that is there, but I'll put an image here of what it is supposed to be. Again, it is supposed to be an eye looking through like a crack in a rock. I probably went too high power with this because I didn't want it to go that deep. It's probably gone down about 3.5 mil in the deepest parts of this. Now, I didn't want to go that deep at all. I wanted it to be noticeable and have a bit of depth to it. But again, I think with a better rock, though, I think it would have just looked a lot better. And lastly, we'll take a look at another stone I did. Now, this is what I have seen as being like the biggest sellers online to do with engraved stones. And you will see why in a moment. But again, with this, there was a little bit of silica in some parts of it, so it didn't come out as well as I wanted it to. But I did adjust the settings for this one. This absolutely flew through it within less than 10 minutes, and it went so much deeper than what I expected. So I am still kind of testing the settings of what best to use. So all I need to do, I think, is just raise the frequency a bit, and this is going to be the best setting. I could probably also up the speed as well and probably get it down to about 7 to 8 minutes. Again, it's something I'm going to play around with, but what I've got here at the moment, I am kind of happy with. The only thing that's let me down is for the type of stones I've used. So next time I'm probably going to go to like a different river or a beach or something and see if I can get like different types of stones, and hopefully we can get a different result from them. But anyway, let's have a look at this last one I done. Like I said, these are the biggest sellers I have seen online. So I'll put it on screen now. You'll see it in engraving and you'll see exactly why they are the biggest sellers, because it's pet related. So this would be used as like a little stone if one of your pets has died and you've buried them in the garden. You'd use it's kind of be like a tombstone type thing, but just a little memorial stone you'd place of where they're buried. And again, you probably would use a nicer stone to do this with anyway, but again, these are ones I just randomly grabbed down the river. I wasn't expecting much in regards to the result, and if I knew they were going to turn out this good, I definitely would have looked a little bit longer and looked for some better stones. So let's have a look at this one close up. So it's a dog paw, the dog's name, and the dog's date of birth and date of death, which we put on the bottom. So again, I'll put a picture up here of exactly what it's supposed to be, but you can definitely make that out, no problem. But again, you can see why these would be good sellers online, because obviously the type of thing it is quite sentimental and it is bespoke, customized for your customer. So if you do currently have like a diode laser or a CO2 and you were looking to upgrade to a fiber laser, but you weren't sure where to go with it or type of things you can make, these alone would definitely pay for your laser itself. All you need to do now, just go and have a quick look online. You can have a look on Amazon and Etsy and eBay and places like that. And the amount these memorial stones go for is absolutely unreal. You can even look at investing into things like marble or granite plaques as well, which you can engrave yourself. Again, it costs a bit more money to go with it, but again, you can charge the customer a little bit more for it, for what it is, basically. Anyway, that is it for today's video, guys. I do hope you enjoyed it. This was a bit of a fun journey finding out I can do these types of engravings on stones. So don't forget to like the video, subscribe if you're not already, and check out today's video sponsor, Monport. Again, the link will be down below. So that is it, and we'll see you in the next video. Ta-da now.